What is up, folks? It's your man Jay, and I want to do a quick discussion video on the upcoming Pixel and the upcoming iPhone. Now, it seems like the hype is still surrounding the Galaxy Note 10 at the moment, and I could understand why. I have the Galaxy Note 10. Spoiler alert, I have both. So I have the 10 and the 10 Plus, and you know, when Samsung said that the 10 Plus is for the creator out there, you know, I kind of agree with that, but I think either one could be used for creation. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the new iPhone and the new Pixel that's coming out. So like I said, the hype may still be around the new Galaxy Note devices at the moment, but I feel like Google might run away with the excitement factor and the wow factor this year. I don't know what's going to happen. This is all speculation and rumor. But from where I sit, I'm not as excited for the iPhone right now. I'm more excited for a Pixel and my current Galaxy Note. Heck, I'm even excited. I'm holding all these phones. I'm even excited. You're gonna be shocked, but I'm even excited about my OnePlus 7 Pro. You know, that's been my in-between device. You know what I'm saying, in between phones that when I'm, you know, reviewing phones and stuff like that, because I'm getting ready to finish off another part of the Galaxy Note 10 videos that I'm doing, and that's been my in-between device for now. So Samsung stole the show. However, I think Google is getting ready to run away with it for some reason or another. Google has more, you know, for us to be excited about, or Google has something to prove, if you will. We know what Apple is going to do. Apple is just going to bring the same thing. They're gonna bring the same front on the device, and unfortunately, that's how I feel about them at this point. They're not really doing anything innovative, and you know, that's what it is. So I'm hoping that Google really does bring it. Now, there is some speculation about how the overall Google Pixel 4 is going to look in the 4 XL, but we don't officially know. I don't mind this design, you know. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like this design, but you know, here's my Pixel 3, it's updating, but I don't see anything bad about what I don't dislike anything about what I've seen so far from what Google has shown us. They've never really given us a full glimpse of the phone. They're just showing us the features and stuff like that. So this is important. I think this is something that you should pay attention to. And I'm surprised that Google said, you know what, we're just going to throw it out there. We're going to go ahead and just show them. What's the big deal? They don't have the phone. You know what I'm saying? So what can they possibly do? So for the wow factor, I think Google's gonna take that one. I think Google's gonna take that one. What is it that Apple is gonna do? And I'm not making this to say, man, Google is straight searching for everything I'm doing. I'm not saying that Apple isn't gonna have any wow factor, you know, with their announcement, because honestly, their announcements are the ones that people really get excited for. It's like they have people sitting down in the front row clapping for everything they say. It's so strange, man. But I really feel like if Google does if they present it right, you know, and sell it right and price it right, they will have a winner on their hands. This is no ifs, ands, or buts. What's a competitive price for the Pixel 4 and the 4 XL? A competitive price to me, seeing as though how the Galaxy Notes are priced, I mean, you can get a smaller Galaxy Note for $950. Some people frown on that because that's a 1080p display. I'm not even swayed by it. Like I said, I got both. They both look fantastic. And I think I kind of favor the small one because of, you know, comfort and, you know, size and feel in hand, stuff like that. I think I do. But, you know, a competitive price to me for Google would be around between $699 and depending on memory options and things like that. For the smaller version, started at $699. You know, started at a good price down there. It's no reason that you can't. You know, we know they want to remain profitable, but you know, I just feel like if they want to be competitive in any kind of way, they're gonna have to price that phone right. And it's not to say that the phone is not worth what they might be asking for. Let's just say they bring it out with, well, we already know it has a 90 hertz refresh rate. That's something that people are excited about. I'm not excited about it. I got a OnePlus 7 Pro. Still not excited about it yet. But we know that. We know it's got a whole bunch of cameras and sensors along the top. We know it's going to be a nice, I think it's going to be a nice looking phone from what I've seen. We know it's going to have a banging screen. But to me, it's more of a direct competitor to OnePlus, because the OnePlus 7 Pro is packing a lot of specs in here for a low cost. The most expensive OnePlus 7 Pro is only $749 with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. That's a huge thing to compete with. Stereo speakers, it's a lot to compete with Google. I don't think companies should be setting their sights on Apple, because I don't see Apple as this industry leading company that they try to pretend to be. I'm not gonna bash Apple. Obviously, I got a couple of iPhones, well, several actually, and I'm not here to trash Apple. I'm gonna get to them in a minute, but I feel like Google needs to do something to set themselves apart, so they can show people we still have like that Nexus in us. You know what I'm saying? The Nexus brand. We still got that in us. You know? That's what people want to see. People, if they were to come back out with a Nexus line, which is pretty much the Android One line that they don't really sell in the US, they can shut it down. But the Pixel 4, I think starting it out at a competitive price to me would be, you know, 128 gig model. Go ahead and match OnePlus price. You know it's probably going to have better cameras than the OnePlus. There's no denying that. It's not, the OnePlus cameras cannot beat the Google Pixel cameras. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what they price that OnePlus at. So, I think that Google should start with a competitive pricing point, and they can get some people's attention other than the techies. You know what I'm saying? So, also get the phone on carriers. Do like OnePlus, man. Forget Verizon. Verizon, don't give it to Verizon exclusively. Get it on all carriers. Do something different. Let yourself stand apart, you know? Give some kind of bonuses or something, you know? Samsung is the only company that actually gives you good trade-in value when they do it, and when they're doing like a big launch. I just traded in my iPhone 10, that 2-year-old phone, and got $600 and bought a 512 gig Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You see what I'm saying? So that's totally worth it to me in my eyes. That was a good trade-in deal, and I got a watch and earbuds. So that's a good deal to me. It doesn't matter if it's not a good deal to you. I think it's a good deal, because that old iPhone, I wasn't getting nothing for it. Google's trade-in program, I've never done it before, but I would consider it. You know what I mean? They'll give a lot for these Pixels, but I don't want to give these phones up. They sent them to me, how I look turning them in to them, like, oh, here's your phone back. I'm not going to sell these. I don't plan on selling them, and I don't plan on trading them back into Google or trading them. I could have traded that Pixel 3 and got $600 from Samsung. I didn't do it. I'd rather keep the device here. I didn't pay for it. You know, they sent it to me, told me, hey, keep this, take photos for us, and shine on Google Team Pixel for us. Boom, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to give it up. I'm not going to sell it off after the way they took care of me. So the Pixel pricing is what you should be concerned about at this point, because we know the cameras are going to be top-notch. We know performance is going to be top-notch. It's probably going to look like this on the rear. But still, it's going to be some physical changes to the front. I think they took away the little cutout at the top, and they got busy with it. You know, that whole strip across the top is all sensors. This is something that Google already put out there. So I say to that, Google, you need to really bring it when it comes to your pricing. We already know your device is going to be tight. I mean, the Pixel 3A is a good phone, great phone. The Pixel 3 was a good phone too. It was just that price, man. Just that price. That's it. It didn't compete. and they didn't sell a lot of them until they start to discount them. And now they're running into a situation where they're discounting it too close to this thing, and this thing is the better option. You know, if you can't get the Pixel 3 or 3 XL on a discount, this is your phone right here. This is your phone. So if Google does right by us and prices the phone right, we're going to see a lot of happy Pixel customers, and we're going to see people leaving other brands heading back over home where they should belong at for stock Android. Something about the Google Pixel 4, I think, is really going to give us a shock and awe moment. We don't have much time. It's coming. But this is coming first, I believe. This is my 10R, traded into 10. Got a SC over there, I believe, left. You know, Apple does a whole bunch of things right. I love the integration that I have from Apple, but I'm letting that go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about the new iPhone, but I'm not excited about the new iPhone. I know what I'm getting. People are excited about the dark mode. What's so great about dark mode? That's been out on every other phone a long time ago. That's the problem that I'm having with Apple at this point. I'm ready for them to innovate and do something different. Shock and awe. The shock and awe, I'm still waiting for it. Every year their events are good. I love watching their events. Love it. I love it. I love watching their events. They're exciting to watch. However, I'm still waiting for them to do something to let me know that their phones somewhat warrant the price. Now, I'm holding a product red 10R, right? This phone right here, I believe, is their best selling iPhone. Why? At least in 2018 or 2019 so far, I think it's probably the best. From whenever it launched, from last year to current day, August 2019, this is their top selling phone. It has to be. It's the smarter purchase of them all. I remember when the phones first came out, people clowned this phone because of the resolution. That's kind of stupid. It's a personal choice, though. If that's what you want to do, you have fun doing that, so be it. But it turns out that's just the minority, which is the techies. The techies are the minority. The real world ate this phone up. They're loving it. You can get all these different colors. You can get higher storage options now. It's a no-brainer, and they feel like they're getting a good deal for $750. Buy one, get one on us. And all this is, why would you pick something else over this if you're an iPhone lover? And truth be told, this is an actually good iPhone. I remember when it first launched, like I was saying before, I was saying, you know, this is the smart one to buy. Forget about that resolution crap. This is the smart one to buy because you're getting the same experience, same performance. Everything's the same. You're even getting really good cameras, man. That's what Apple shines at. When I said earlier they do a lot of things right. I like the fact that they allow me to record unlimited 60 frames per second, and I've never had a heating issue. I've never had any problems. I just haven't had any problems. I can record until my memory runs out. The problem is, if I got a 64 gig, my memory will run out because 4K 60 FPS is a very big file. So Apple supposedly is going to a pro naming convention now. And Google even switched over to just Android 10. All of that, folks, I can care less about that. People are getting upset about that. I don't care about that. It's not important. The experience is what's important to me. And the iPhones give great experiences, which is why millions and millions of people buy them. You know, battery life on this phone crushes a ton of Android phones. Not saying all, but let's be honest here. It crushes a ton of Android phones. If you're being real with yourself, you know that the iPhone XR crushes the battery life on several Android phones. This is another reason why people like the XR. It's a good, solid iPhone experience with a fast processor. it's just good, man. This is what it is. There are some things that not to like about it, but that's not what this video is about. I'm hoping that the iPhone 11R or whatever it's called, or the iPhone 11, I've already let it be known that I'm going with the smaller iPhone because I prefer that one over for longevity. After keeping that iPhone 10 for so long, I was very comfortable with that. Could use it in anything. Couldn't put a big OtterBox on it. Shout out to Taking the T for always making fun of me with my OtterBoxes. But I could put anything I want on it and it was good still, son. It felt good. Put it in any pocket, solid. You know, so I'm not so much worried about the Pro and all that stuff, because people put Pro on everything. You know what I mean? So if in fact Apple names these phones the Pro and all this other crap, forget about that, folks. Think about your experience, because they are going to charge a boatload of money, and they're going to do the opposite of what Samsung does. They're not going to give you anything. They're not going to put hopefully they put a fast charge in the box. Sometimes, and I know, and I've said it before, if it's a toss-up sometimes with me with an iPhone. I get bored really easy. I'm obviously predominantly Android. I have obviously way more Android phones, but it's a toss-up for me. I'm kind of tired of spending so much money on iPhones, and I really only buy these for family members. But you know what? I'm gonna let you in on a secret. My family, immediate family, never used to use iPhones until my wife switched over. And then that, you know, sparked the whole thing. You know, we had to, you know, everybody had to keep an iPhone for her. But folks, good news. She just officially switched over to a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and she's gotten rid of her iPhone, and she loves it. We did the trade-in, and she now has the Plus. I passed it over to her. Like, I had that Plus for my Plus. I had the Plus for 3 days. She said, I want it. I said, here you go, babe. Here you go. So then I went back in and bought me the other one, because I was kind of hesitant when I wanted to buy the small one or not. But spoiler alert, on this video, by the time you see this, you'll know that I have them. So people I've heard are leaving. Now, I don't know how true this is, but people are doing a couple of things. They're leaving iPhones for Samsung devices, because Samsung devices, they're offering so much more, like physically. People can get the Galaxy Watch, the earbuds, and the phone if you trade in your iPhone for like $599. That's or $500. That's crazy, son. That's crazy. And the Galaxy phones perform well. Now I've heard it through the grapevine that people are switching out their iPhones and leaving iOS and heading over to Samsung now. Not because of all the freebies that they're giving away, but just because they're tired of the same old thing. Another thing that I've seen is happening, I know this is happening, people aren't buying every iPhone every year. They're keeping their current iPhone because, again, it's kind of a catch-22. Apple isn't really innovating anything, but their software is where it's at. That is where people are winning. You can have I have an old iPhone and it's up to date. The young ones have a 6S. The young ones have 6S's, 7s, and 7 Pluses. They're all current and up to date, and they all run just like they did when they were brand new. I mean, we're talking about the 6S and the 7. Those are old phones, man. At least 3 years old. You know, so I'm saving money. Well, they're not actually young anymore. They just, you know, those are all the ones they had. You know, I'm not buying them anymore. But even the ones that are grown and on their own, they still have iPhone 7s. That was the last iteration that they made it to in the household. They got 7s and 7 Pluses. So Apple is going to have to do something really exciting this year, to be honest, for me, to pull people away from Google. People are sleeping on Google for some reason. I don't know why. People slept on the Pixel Slate because of the price and that Core M3 model. Well, don't buy those. Get the one like I got. If you just want to save as much money as possible, get the Core i5, 8 gig, 128 gig model. That's what I got. Got keyboard, pen, boss mode. It's fantastic. So in the end, You do what you want to do and you do your own research. But I'm telling you that if Google does what I think they're going to do, which is really bring it, I think they're going to shut it down this year. I think they're going to shut it down. And I think their competitor is this phone. That's what I think. I think their competitor is the OnePlus 7 Pro. Some of you guys, you venture off. Well, Jay, the 7T is coming. The 7T Pro is coming. They're not here yet. Google can competitively compete and blow this phone out the water by just having the right price. Because honestly, folks, I'm coming around. You know, I've liked every OnePlus device. This was the only one that I was on the fence about. And now that I've been using it a lot instead of my Galaxy Note 10, because I'm working on something, I'm coming around. I really could use this 24. Oh, I've been using it 24/7, but I could use this if I didn't have any of these other phones. I could rock with this one. I could. Definitely over an iPhone. So, Google, price your phone right. Apple, lower your phone pricing. Give us a freaking fast charger. Give us a free watch. Give us some free AirPods. Do something to actually compete. And a lot of people who say, well, Apple's products are top quality, so they don't have to do that. The resale value on them is really good. Okay, there's one thing I agree with that. The resale value is really good. I don't feel like their items are top quality. In that arena, even their Macs and stuff like that, they're kicking themselves in the foot. Apple released the MacBook, then 2 months later did a refresh and screwed everybody else over who just bought the other MacBooks. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a clear indication. Wake up, folks. Think about this now. They don't care about you as a customer. They may have good customer service. Their software may be on point. It is boss mode. I am one to tell you because I have Macs, phones, tablets. I got a bunch of Apple stuff. I'm linked in. However, they don't care about me as a consumer. They're selling $10,000 and $6,000 computers, and people say, oh, those are for the professional. Okay, I agree. Shuffle it on back down to the cheapest MacBook. They did a refresh on this thing in a couple of months and screwed everybody over. If you don't think so, take your blinders off, man. Apple needs to justify why they're charging so much, and they need to lower their prices. Isn't it stupid that I gotta ask Apple for a fast charger in the box? It should be in the box, folks. Come on, son. It's your man Jay. A little bit of a lengthy discussion video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just gonna kick back, man, turn this camera off and you know, upload this one to YouTube and get it popping just like that. I want to hear what you got to say in the comments, you know what I mean? So it's important to me that I engage with you like this because this is where it's at. This is what I like to do with you guys to get your feedback on stuff. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the new iPhone that's coming? How do you feel about the new Pixel 4 that's coming? Shouldn't Apple finally justify some pricing and lower them? Or give us a free watch? Give us a free AirPods or something? And all you people who's going to get in the comments and justify and take up for Apple, keep on doing it, son. I got no words for you. You'll figure it out. It's your man Jay. Google, I hope you bring it. Team Pixel, where you at?